If the Bengals are going to chase a title, they're going to need Jamar. Coming up on the NFL Report, the latest on a scare Tuesday in Cincinnati. Meantime, he is QB2 right now in Vegas. But will Fernando Mendoza be QB1 for your fantasy team by the end of the season? Zierlein is here. He has some numbers that may surprise you, or maybe not. I don't know. Plus, Chargers linebacker Daiyan Henley joins the show to tell you why practice, not a game, is sometimes just as much fun as the game. All now on the NFL Report. All right, friends, let's do a show. The first one was fun. Let's do it again. Welcome to the NFL Report. We're new, we're fun, we're on NFL Channel, we're a podcast as well. My name is Andrew Siciliano. Happy to be with you and happy that you are with us. We're also a podcast because it's 2026. Find us later. Find us on YouTube. Find us everywhere, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Any and everything you need to know. Coming up, we're not working 9 to 5. We're only working at 7. Coming up, will Patrick Mahomes be working in 2 weeks? Here's what is news to me. In Kansas City today, Mahomes did not guarantee anything. He didn't want to make some bold proclamation, but the Chiefs quarterback sounded as confident as we have heard yet this summer that yes, he is going to be ready to play week 1 back from that ACL against the Broncos.
I haven't missed any reps, getting to go out there day after day and kind of have the grind of a camp, I mean, that could even be harder than the season, of just wear and tear on your body and going back out there and doing it again the next day. And so it's been awesome for me to be able to go out there and do that. Exciting. I didn't know if I was going to have to take days off and stuff like that, but my body's responded the right way. And so haven't had to miss anything other than the preseason games. But even for those, I'm going through the warm-up process, trying to make myself prepared. And so I just don't get the one series or whatever it would be. But other than that, I've done every single rep.
So you're telling me there's a chance. Mahomes, remember, it was an ACL back in December. Kenneth Walker, meantime, has a foot, although it is not thought to be serious. Walker didn't practice, though, Tuesday in Kansas City. That is notable. He made his preseason debut last week, and the Chiefs play his former team, the Seahawks, in their preseason finale coming up on Friday night. All right, let's get to Jamar, and here's the headline. Let's get out of the way. Jamar Chase is okay, but look at this. The Bengals got a scare today. Chase says he hyperextended his knee. This looks bad. Said if it were a game, he would have been able to finish the game, but for around an hour today, we didn't know, and Bengals fans went to social media and held their breath after Chase limped off the practice field.
I didn't know what happened. I didn't know how I did it. I just felt something, and I just couldn't walk for a second, and then I sat down, and then that was it. It's just like a hyperextension. It's just freak accidents. Stuff like this happens all the time. It's football. Some things are out of my control, and that was one situation that I couldn't control, but I can control now.
Okay, it's under control. The Aaron Donald situation evidently is under control. The Rams are 2 weeks away from flying away to Melbourne, but there is no news on whether or not Donald is coming out of retirement. Twice he has worked out with the Rams, and maybe 500 times Sean McVay has been asked about it, including again today. Here's the latest.
Our thought process has been, let's look at a 53 with him and a 53 not including him, and what does that look like? There's some different guys that, you have some potential roster exemptions that we've talked about. All those things are things that we think about, and whenever a decision's made, if that is the direction that he goes where he wants to play, then we have, plans accordingly, and if not, we have plans for those as well.
And have you guys planned in terms of if he does come back but doesn't go to Australia? Is that? Haven't
even gotten into all that. It's really more of like truly just take it a day at a time. And I know you think it's probably, I'm just being, kind of coy, but that's really the truth. And if he decides he wants to be able to do it, then the next conversations are, what is your ramp up? What does it look like to approach whenever that would, be the first time that we think it would make the most sense for him to impact and influence positive change with us.
Sean McVay also made a joke today about a gummy, but that's another story. Meantime, in Santa Clara, last week a quad strain. Today it was a groin for Mike Evans, who didn't practice today. Evans turned 33 last Friday. He played only 8 games last year in Tampa, and then he signed that 3-year, $42 million deal with the 49ers. Mike Evans, injury watch again. Okay. In Indianapolis, Alex Pierce also did not practice today, but this is a good story, not a bad story, because Shane Steichen says we may see Pierce back on the practice field later this week, and that would be huge. Pierce has not practiced since off-season ankle surgery and, notably, since getting that 4-year, $114 million deal back in March. But wait, it's that time of the year we have more practice news. Christian Gonzalez is back on the field, although it is sunny right now in Foxborough, not snowy. Remember, Devin Witherspoon got paid in Seattle, and many assumed that a deal would be imminent for Gonzalez, same draft class. But we're not there yet, Elliot Wolf.
Nothing new to report on Christian. Want him here. He's an elite player. Been on record saying that before, and we're continuing to work with his representation to find a resolution that works for everyone.
Do you view week 1 as sort of an internal deadline when it comes to his potential extension, or would you guys be open to continuing that throughout the season?
We're just kind of taking it a day at a time right now. We haven't set a deadline.
All right, let's go to New York. You might have missed this on Friday. It was in Pittsburgh, but the Jets look good, and you might have missed it because you have a social life and it was a Friday night. But Geno Smith went 7 for 7 on his only drive. He marched the Jets right down the field, 10 plays, 69 yards, and a touchdown. What do you know?
I think obviously it's one drive, but I think we all did a great job at just going out there and getting points. We had some third down situations that we converted. We had an explosive play on that drive with the pass to AD. And usually, Coach talks about when you have an explosive on the drive, it usually leads to points. The percentages of scoring points go up. So, I thought for the most part, everyone did their jobs. But like I said, at the end of the game, I think we all can continue to get better. It's always something positive when you score points. But, again, how my mind works, I'm looking at the things that we can work on and get better. And so it's a day-to-day process, but was really pleased with the way we started the game.
Love me some Geno. He's 35. He could still sling it. Here's what he's joining. Yikes. The Jets were, what is the word we're looking for? Offense. They were bad last year. That is the word we're looking for. But now they have Geno, and now, hi, Lance Zierlein. Great to be back with you. Now they have Frank Reich calling the plays. I know the preseason is a liar. Are you buying the Jets offense being good this year after watching what they did Friday night?
It will be a soft purchase for me. Okay. It's a soft purchase. I'll keep my receipt. But look, this is what I think on the you have actual talent at the skill positions. We know Breece Hall can get some damage done on the ground and out of the backfield. We know what Garrett Wilson is about. I like the fact that Omar Cooper gives you a catch option underneath who can do some things, after the catch, the rookie from Indiana. But what really excites me is the combination at tight end, the 12 personnel sets that they can throw out there with Kenyon Sadiq, the rookie, and Mason Taylor, who I was very high on coming out of the 2025 draft. I think when you look at Geno Smith, he's going to have a variety of targets to throw to. I didn't even mention A.D. Mitchell, who I think has some good upside as well. So there's some real talent at the skill position. It's just a matter of Frank Reich working with this veteran quarterback to find out who is going to be his favorite targets. Then I don't know if Geno's just going to lock in on Garrett Wilson. I think that with these two tight ends, we could see the Jets really have some good, strong improvement from all those 29s and 30s and 31s we just saw in the graphic.
So the number was 17 last year for Geno. You know what that is, by chance? 17?
Ooh,
it's
not,
how many picks
not touchdowns.
No, he led the league in picks. So I'm with you. I'm kind of, I don't want to say bullish, but I would maybe make a purchase but keep the receipt. Real quick, 10 seconds, Lance. Can he cut down on the picks?
I think he'll cut down, but it's still he's an interception guy. 14-15 could be a good year for him, actually.
I mean, Geno once said they wrote me off, but I ain't written.
He didn't write back.
Right to the Jets. Maybe they could score some points. Coming up next, that guy Daiyan Henley joins us live in LA. Who is funnier, his head coach or the offensive coordinator that talks trash in practice to the Chargers defense? NFL Report rolls on.
When it feels good! When it feels good! Let's give a game ball to Mike McDaniel! Hey! Bunch of great calls.
We got a locker room full of characters there with the Chargers. This guy is a character as well. He is an LA native, and he's like 5 minutes down the road from where we are standing now. Welcome to the NFL Report here, Charger linebacker Daiyan Henley. How are you, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm having a good day. It's been hot out here, man, burning up, but got to be thankful for this weather, nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, we could be like in New Orleans and Monterey at Saints training camp, or Houston with that humidity.
Yeah.
But then honestly, it kind of, not that people elsewhere care about our weather, Daiyan, but it is different right now.
No, it's definitely different. It's like we're caught in a heat wave right now. You feel me? I'm trying to bring in that heat, but you got to find a way to bring that energy, and that's what this team is doing.
Well, you guys have the energy. You practice, oh, by the way, at the Bolt, which is a ridiculous, new facility. We saw Harbaugh there with McDaniel. Like, it's year 3 for Harbaugh, but it's year 4 for you, man. Like, what does, after career highs and 100 tackles and you were lights out in the playoff game, what does year 4 look like for you, dude?
I think I would say more. You feel me? More career highs. As I see it, is my career has a lot more left in it, and so for me, I have a lot more left to give in myself. So for me, I just want to keep stacking days, keep stacking weeks, months, games, seasons. I just want to be able to say that it was more on the table, and I'm continually going for it.
Where's the ceiling, man?
I don't see one right now, and that's the best way for me to think. You feel me? As far as my coaches go, this team, I see no ceiling for myself. I see no ceiling for each other, for our team, and I just want to make sure that we work into that. A lot of this stuff can be lip service, but you have to put the work in right behind it, and that's where I'm at right now. The mentality is to keep working and striving for something.
And I know with those coaches we just saw there, they're going to make you put the work in. Harbaugh's a character. Mike McDaniel, he is a character. Chris O'Leary, maybe not as much, but he's a different dude. He's the new DC. What is it like at practice with Harbaugh and McDaniel?
It's exciting. And I want you to understand, Coach O'Leary has just that amount of energy as well to match those guys as well. You just don't see him as much in the same light. But it's crazy when they go back and forth in these practices. It's just like they're ping-ponging off of each other and making sure that they're getting better themselves each day. And so for me, going into practice every day, it's exciting, bro. You never know what you're going to get. Coach Harbaugh can have the craziest one-liner, but Coach Mike McDaniel will follow right behind him. And then on the other end, you have Coach O'Leary, who's bringing that electric energy every day. So for us, it's waking up and going to watch a Hard Knocks episode of the Chargers every day. I'm surprised we ain't been on there yet. We should have definitely had a season right now with these guys, because every day is an episode. Every day is electric, and so for me, it's entertaining. It keeps you engaged, right? It keeps you engaged.
We're getting to the great work you're doing in the community coming up in 1 second, but I got to ask about your quarterback, because with that drip that the OC has, I know you see Justin Herbert's eyes, and he's a killer already.
Yeah.
What is Justin Herbert like now in this new offense?
I want to say he loves it. Not only does he love it, but it's starting to become him in the sense of like the ownership. Obviously, things are new. I can speak for myself as well when we talk about how the defense is coming along. But like with Justin, he dives in so deep into what he's doing. It becomes him. And so for me out there looking at him from the outside looking in, I can see how much time he spent, how much dedication he's putting into not only studying with Coach Mike, but studying on his own. Every time I walk past the QB room, his head is down and he's in his notes. And I mean, that's been the past 3 or 4 days. The guys are talking or whatever's going on around him. His head is down, he's in his notes. He's trying to make sure that this offense becomes second nature for him. And so to say that he's locked in is an understatement. Like I said, the best way to describe this offense is that it's becoming him. So the ownership that I'm seeing from Justin Herbert, it drives and motivates me to study my defense the way I do. Derwin James, the same way. He's our leader, and he spoke to us today and just kind of told us he enjoys being on this team, and so that kind of just drives us more and more to just fight for him, both sides of the ball, all phases.
I know you're a leader as well in the community and on the field, but the community means a lot to you. You're from here, man, Crenshaw,
yes, sir.
And you want to give back, whether it's in the neighborhood where you grew up or out in the Palisades as well, which is where you were last week, Pally High. they had to play every game on the road last year. Obviously, as all of the Palisades in Malibu rebuild from those horrible fires, it's a lot for them. But here you are there as an honorary captain. Man, how cool was this, and what did this mean for those kids and for you?
I mean, it was beautiful just to be a part of that community for a short time, but just to feel like I've been there my whole life. Everyone was so welcoming, from the kids to the parents to the coaches, the team. It was amazing to be a part of it. I was honored to not only just be a captain, honorary captain, but also to have my team that I grew up in my school play against them that same game. So for me to have both my communities, in a sense, be there in that moment, just to show that it's united. And sometimes people have to be reminded that it's more than football. And for me, it's not about what teams were playing on that field. It was about supporting Palisades High School, and not only that, but the community, because we, the Chargers, know what happened to LA during that time, the whole Los Angeles, everyone that's involved. And so for us to be able to be a part of that and to show that we are helping hand is big, not only for me, but just to be a part of an organization like this. It just shows how much love and respect I have for this building and for the people that's involved in all these decisions.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned it's not just you, it's the team, whether it's nominating Coach Smith for the Don Shula Award or hosting Pali High last year at SoFi. You guys have done so much, and Dan, I'm just imagining what it would mean for your high school, for Pali, for all of LA, if you guys finally take that next step this year. How do you take that grassroots support here and turn it into this team, your team, getting over the hump?
I think one thing that I like to talk about all the time is that this team is deep rooted in fight, right? Just having that fight, that hunger to go do, and that's kind of like the community that I come from, the Crenshaw district. You got to have that fight, that hunger to go do, and with the will that we have as a unit right now, I feel like the hump is near right now. We're getting over it, and I just feel like this comes from just the dedication, the time spent in the locker room, on the field, day in and day out, and with just tying that into the community, they're feeding for another championship, and that's what we want to be able to give them. But I know it starts a day's work, building block. Every day is something. And so for me to be a community rep, in my sense of to be the Crenshaw district, to be, if you look at the rosters in Crenshaw, in LA, like being a true native from Los Angeles. So to give that respect and love to the Chargers, I just can't wait to do that. So I feel like this is the year to get over that hump and take the necessary drive as far as we want to go.
Can't wait to see it, man. Daiyan Henley, best of luck. Year number 4, go get you some of those Mike McDaniel shades and go stay in the air conditioning the rest of the afternoon, man. We appreciate you.
I got you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Daiyan Henley of the Chargers, who play the Raiders twice this year. Obviously, coming up next, what is the best case scenario for the number 1 overall pick? Lance Zierlein back with us. His answer might surprise you on the NFL Report. Hello, friends. You can get 20% off NFL Plus annual plan right now. NFL Plus, you can stream live, local, and primetime games on mobile. With NFL Plus Premium, you get NFL Red Zone, you get the game replays, you get access to NFL Pro, which I use all the time. I love it. It's a limited time offer. It ends September 21st. Sign up today. Plus.nfl.com. Plus.nfl.com. Terms and conditions do apply. Let's do some quick hits, get some other news in here. Not good for Calvin Austin. Carted off, veteran wide receiver in New York today. East Rutherford, to be specific, for the Giants. He's a former Steeler. John Harbaugh says, quote, "It does not look good." Okay. Does that open the door maybe for Odell Beckham Jr. to make the team? This is just me thinking out loud. In Detroit, the news is better for Sam Laporta. He was back at practice today, 1 week after the tight end had a hip injury in the Lions' inter-squad scrimmage. So he missed a week. That's it. Sam Laporta seems to be okay. And Allen Robinson is okay as well. We want to say congratulations to the 11-year veteran, the wide receiver, the NFL broadcast boot camp veteran who retired yesterday on his 33rd birthday. Robinson, a Penn Stater, led the NFL in his second season with 14 touchdown receptions. Allen Robinson took last year off, was last in the NFL with the Lions. All right, we roll on the NFL Report, show number 2. Let's do 4 downs. Lance Zierlein back with us on the home cam. Lance has an article right now, NFL.com. It's the best and worst cases for 17 rookies. So first down here for the first overall pick, Lance, Fernando Mendoza, your projection for him this season.
Yeah, I'm looking at about 11 to 12 starts for Fernando Mendoza. You can see my numbers there, and I base that on the fact that, I do think Clint Kubiak's going to start off with Kirk Cousins. I think that's a smart move, but I liked what I saw from him against Houston in the joint practice and in the preseason game. I think Fernando's going to come along a little quicker maybe than expected. I do think we'll see a solid season. Fantasy-wise, probably not a factor this year, maybe not even in dynasty leagues. But by next year will be a factor, I think. But I think he's going to have a solid season, maybe on par. Could be a little more efficient than Cam Ward's season last year.
Your best case scenario is that he starts every game. We both agree that is highly unlikely. You're also giving us scenarios, best and worst case for Jadarian Price, who is the number 32 pick in the first round. Give me a projection for the Seahawks rookie.
Yeah, so he's been splitting first-team carries with George Halani, but George Halani has 25 career carries for 3.3 yards. Look, this is going to be Jadarian Price's job in the short term to long term, depending on Zach Charbonnet when he returns. But I do think that we're going to see the very talented Jadarian Price had a legitimate first-round grade on him, and you're going to see why when he gets in there. I think he's going to approach 1,000 yards rushing this year with over 200 carries, and I do expect him to come close to the double-digit touchdown mark as well. Seattle's going to move the ball. He could be the guy to punch that in.
I also highly recommend watching Hard Knocks tonight. Jadarian Price with the Rookie Talent Show in Nashville. You should see it. Okay, our last 2 downs, third and fourth down, Lance, are just for you because you are in Houston. The Texans made a trade yesterday. They made the call, and they got Kayshon Boutte. They got him from the Patriots. They need a wide receiver with Jaden Higgins down. They didn't give up much. What do you think of the deal?
Love the deal. I think Nick Caserio did a great job here. You had backup depth at safety, the 6th-round pick Jalen Reed, so you were able to move a 3rd or 4th safety and a 7th-round pick for a wide receiver who's going to step in right away and be your second wide receiver on a team who has Super Bowl aspirations. So, in my opinion, a guy with elite hands, great body control, and the ability, I think, to step in and be a pro right away. This is a very shrewd move and a very strong move by Nick Caserio to pick up this level of player this late in camp.
Also, I mentioned Houston, 4th down. The Texans rolled out, as all the NFC North did today. The Texans rolled out their Nike rivalry uniform. What do we think of this? It's Liberty White, H-Town Blue, and Battle Red. They're going to wear them Week 11 against the Colts on Thursday Night Football. What do you think?
It's been positive, mostly positive from here in Houston. I've seen some spotty reaction to some of the city jerseys up to this point, but here in Houston, they like it. They like the rollout with the video that the Texans did with their social media team. So mostly positive here in Houston. I like it's something completely different than we've seen over the 25 years the Texans have been in business here in the NFL. So looking forward to seeing how they look in all white.
Okay, did you on Sunday night watch the Titans as they played the Seahawks on Sunday Night Football, Fox Sunday Night Football? Because we know that there's some tension between the two franchises. We know this obviously for clear reasons. They also are wearing these new white uniforms that looked ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like good, I mean, not bad.
Right. There's a little tension here in Houston because basically Tennessee is wearing the Houston Oilers uniforms. That's probably what you're referring to. And I can tell you this, people in Houston don't love it, but the people who really don't like it are the ownership here in Houston, Cal and Hannah McNair. I think they would love to have those colors back here. The Tennessee owner, of course, Amy Adams Strunk, the daughter of Adams from, Bud Adams, who owned the Houston Oilers. It's a fun little rivalry, and the jerseys are the latest salvo in terms of the shots back and forth.
Yeah, I love them. Now, the Bears ones, which I don't think we're going to put on the screen, look a little bit like Syracuse. But, hey, I love it. They look like the Orange Men. Caleb Williams is leaving to go play for Syracuse. We're leaving as well. Thank you, Lance Zierlein. This has been the NFL Report. I'm Andrew Siciliano, 7 p.m. Eastern Time every day. See you tomorrow.